education is the reason that we are all here today. We're all pursuing to better ourselves later on in life, get a better job, increase our pay, all that good stuff. Today I'd like to speak to you about Ada Louise Sipule Fisher. She was an African American woman who, like us, wanted to better herself and continue her education. Little did she know, by wanting to continue her education, she would actually put up a strong fight in changing the way Oklahoma's education system viewed their African American students. Fisher was a well-educated woman with a desire for more. She had a thirst for knowledge, and she didn't let anything, even laws, get in her way. In her efforts to further her education, she actually put the ball in motion for desegregation in Oklahoma's higher education. In her early life, she was born February 8th of 1924 in Chickasha, Oklahoma, which I thought was pretty cool that she's actually from here. She graduated Lincoln High School in 1941 with valedictorian as her title. She also graduated from Langston in 1945 as an English major. She also graduated with honors. So this was a very well-educated woman who strived for more. She never let anything get in her way. She decided she wanted to get her law degree after her English major, and she applied at the University of Oklahoma. She was denied due to her race. At that time, it was actually illegal for professors to teach an African American student. They would be fined and possibly serve jail time. So, since they denied her entry, they decided to create another law university held at the state capitol. She went to the Cleveland County District Court and filed a petition because the school at the Capitol was not equal to that of OU law. This started a 3-year battle for her admission into OU. Thurgood Marshall was actually her legal representative, and they had an unfavorable ruling, which led her to continue filing different complaints until she made it all the way to the Supreme Court. That wasn't exactly what she was looking for, was them to create another school and keep getting turned down. It wasn't in her nature to just say, okay, I'll lay down and take it. When she made it up to the Supreme Court, they actually ruled in her favor, and she was admitted to OU. Even though she was admitted, she still had to go through all the segregation issues. They had her own chair, the wooden chair in the back, very back of the classroom, with a pole that actually had a flag on it that said colored. She was very segregated. Even though there was segregation, her classmates were very nice to her. They helped share notes. Her professor was very understanding that she had missed class due to all of her struggles, and they helped her a lot. She actually graduated with her master's in law degree from OU. And she is the reason now that all of us can come together as one and get our education. Even after all of her struggles, she has now still honored in the state of Oklahoma as a very strong individual and a very strong woman. After graduating from OU Law, she practiced law in Chickasha for a few years, and then in 1992, she was appointed to the Board of Regents at OU by our governor, which was a very high honor for her since that's who she went up against in the Supreme Court, and she fought and won. Ada Louise Fisher actually passed away in 1995. Her book, A Matter of Black and White, was published in 1996. It was her autobiography. In there's so many more details than I can give you today about her life. It's a very interesting read. And in 1996, she was also inducted into the Women's Hall of Fame. Her picture hangs in the state capitol today. I believe it's on the 4th floor. And OU has actually dedicated a memorial garden to her. The inscription on a bronze plaque in that memorial garden really says, kind of describes her circle of really coming full circle in her battle. The inscription reads, in Psalm 118, the psalmist speaks of how the stone that the builders once rejected becomes the cornerstone.